Today I will tell you all thing about English speaking. I am again saying today I will tell you all thing about English speaking. Why we can't speak English, how we can speak English, how we can learn speak English, what kinds of roadmap we should follow to speak in English. All kinds of things today I will explain. It will help you so much if you watch this video, means if you watch this tutorial. So if you want to take 100% of this tutorial, you can take a notebook, you can write some important thing on this particular notebook from this video. So first thing, what is English? English is a language which we use as a tool to express our thoughts. You can think what is a language. We use language to express our thought by mouth. I am again saying, what is language? Language is a thing or tool whose tool we use to express our thought by mouth. There are so many languages and there are so many local languages which is called mother tongue. But why we want to learn English? Because English is a international language. If we know English, we can communicate with other countries, means foreign countries, means with foreign countries people we can communicate on various kinds of purposes. So for that reason we learn English, and also we learn speaking English, we learn spoken English, so that we can speak fluently, we can communicate with them fluently, means we can understand our thoughts with English. For that reason we all learn speaking English or spoken English, whatever you say. So at first we have to figure out why you want to learn spoken English. Because when you figure out, you can do this thing so much easily and so much fastly. So at first you have to figure out why you want to speak English, why you want to learn spoken English, means why you want to learn English. Because so many people participates in so many various kinds of competition exam. They learn English that kinds of particular purpose. Means they want to participate various kinds of competition exam. For that exam they learn English according to that particular exam. So I will suggest you at first, why you want to learn English, figure out that thing, and you can write those all kinds of particular thing why you want to learn speaking English or spoken English. I am mentioning some reason. Number one, we can express our thoughts in English with foreigners, means with foreign people. Foreign peoples means who speak in English. I am again saying, you can write number one reason. The reason is we are learning English because so that we can communicate with English people. So this is number one. Number two, you can learn English to improve your communication and to get better salary in your particular job. Like you are doing a job, but your career is not improving for that because of you don't know English. So you want to learn English so that you can improve in your career and you can get better salary in your job or career. You can write another reason if you have or you are learning for that particular reason. When you write reason, it will give you so much motivation to learn English so fastly and so easily. So how can you learn English? I am explaining you two things. One things, what is English? Number two things, why we learn English or why we should learn English. So what is English? English is a language and we use language to communicate with other or to express our thoughts in English. I am again saying, we use language so that we can express our thoughts in English. We can express our feelings, emotions, etc. And why? I am also explained why we should learn English. I have explained two reasons. If you want, you can write so many reasons on your particular notebook. So, number 3, how you can learn English. I am again saying how you can learn English. At first, before learning English, you have to make a notebook or 2 notebooks. I am again saying, before learning English, you have to make a notebook or 2 notebooks or 3 notebooks. Number 1 notebooks, you can write all those kinds of words, what words you learn or what words you get in your everyday. I am again saying, number 1 notebook, you can write all kinds of words. What kinds of words you don't know meaning. So when you write words, your vocabulary is increasing day by day, which will help you to speak English and to know English. So you have to do, means you have to write all kinds of words what you know. So number 1 notebook, you have to write all kinds of words, what kinds of words you know. So number 2 notebooks. In number 2 notebooks, you have to write all kinds of grammar topics or all kinds of grammar rules. I am again saying, in number 2 notebooks, you can write all kinds of grammar topic or all kinds of grammar rules. What kinds of grammar rule you learn in your day by day. I am again saying, you can write number 2 notebooks, all kinds of grammar rule. What kinds of grammar rule you learn. Number 3 notebooks means, number 3 notebooks means you can write some phrases or you can write some important sentences on number 3 notebooks. I am again saying, you can write on number 3 notebooks various kinds of phrases and various kinds of new sentences. What kinds of sentences you think this sentence is important for me? You can write those all kinds of sentences on that particular 3-number notebook. So if you make notebook and you write or you take this all kinds of notes on this particular 3 notebooks, it will help you so much. It not only help you, it but also help you to your parents or to your siblings. So do these 3 things. Means make 3 notebooks and write what I am say on this notebook. It will help you so much to learn English so fast and so easily. Because when you forget anything about that particular thing, you can revise on that particular notebook. Means from that particular notebooks, if you forget any words, you can revise from that particular notebooks. If you forget any kinds of grammar rule or any kinds of grammar topic, you can check from that particular notebook. If you forget any phrases, what kinds of phrases you have written on that particular notebook, or if you forget any kinds of important sentences, you can you can revise from that particular notebooks. So you think you have made 3 notebooks for learning English. So I am explaining how you can learn English. So how you can learn English, I have explained. Number 1 thing, what thing you have to do. Number 2 thing, if you want to speak in English, you have to listen so much. I am again saying, if you want to speak in English, you have to listen so much. I am again saying, if you want to speak English so fast and so easily, you have to listen so much. You can listen 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes or 30 minutes. How much time you want to listen, you can listen. It's not a mandatory you have to listen this amount of time. You have to listen 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour. But you can listen how much time you want to listen. It can be 1 hour. Doesn't matter. It depends up to you. So what kinds of content you can listen? You can listen any kinds of content. What kinds of content you like to listen, so that you don't feel any kinds of boring during listening. I am again saying, you can listen your likable content. Means what kinds of content you want to listen. Those all kinds of content you can listen, so that you don't feel boring while you listen. There are so many topics, there are so many content on YouTube, on various kinds of podcast platform. So you can you can listen educational content, you can listen entertainment content, you can listen various kinds of fashion content. So basically means what kinds of content you want or you like to listen, you can listen those all kinds of thing, those all kinds of content. Number 2, what is the number 2? Number 2 is you have to learn grammar. You have to learn grammar. You can take one topic of grammar to learn for a week. I'm again saying, you can take only one grammar topic for 1 week. I'm again saying, you can take one grammar topic for 1 week. Means you can spend time for one grammar topic for 1 week. I am again saying you can spend for one grammar topic for 1 week. Means you can spend 1 week for one grammar topic. So you do these things means you are spending 1 week for one grammar topic. You can learn 4 grammar topic in a month. You can learn 4 grammar topic in a month. So in beginner level you can learn some particular things. I am mentioning some of those things. Number 1, you can learn tense. You can learn auxiliary verb. You can learn voice. You can learn conditional sentences. I am again saying in beginner level you can learn tense, you can learn voice, you can learn auxiliary verb, you can learn conditional sentences. If you know in beginner level you can feel so much comfortable and confident in speaking English. After that you can learn another English topics gradually day by day. So please try to learn these 4 topics in beginner level. It will help you so much to speak English better and to know more about English better. After that what you can do? After that you can write something. Means what kinds of thing you like to write, you can write. Doesn't matter, you have to write some particular topic or content. What kinds of thing you want to write, you can write those all kinds of things. What kinds of thing you like to write, you can write those all kinds of things. You can write daily 1 page or 2 pages or 3 pages. Means or you can spend 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes on writing. Means you can spend 20 minutes to write any kinds of thing, what kinds of thing you like to write. It will help you so much to think in English, because when we write any kinds of thing, that time we think about that particular topic. So it will teach you thinking in English. It will also teach you how you can think in English. So write 15 minutes, 20 minutes or 30 minutes in every day. It will help you so much to think in English and to speak fluent in English and to be a fluent speaker in English. The other things, speaking and reading. Speaking plays so much great important role if you want to speak in English, because every skill is gained through practicing. So if you want to speak in English, please speak so much. If you can't speak in English, the only mistake you are doing, the mistake is you are not speaking. I am again saying, if you want to speak in English but you can't speak in English because you are not speaking, so open your mouth and speak. Open your mouth and speak. Open your mouth and speak. Only speaking helps you to speak English better, because every skill is gained through practicing. You can think cricket, football, swimming, singing. What kinds of skill you say? All kinds of skill is gained with practicing. So how much you can practice. Please practice so much speaking. Practice. Through practicing you will be a fluent speaker. So as much as you can, please try to speak. What kinds of thing you want to speak, please speak those all kinds of thing. In necessary you can record of your own voice with mobile, because when you record of your own voice with mobile, after recording you can listen your own voice. You can listen your own voice and you can understand where you are doing mistake, what kinds of pronunciation you are doing. I am again saying, during speaking you can record of your own voice with mobile. After recording you can listen your own voice. When you listen your own voice, that time you can understand what kinds of mistake you are doing, where you have to improve, what kinds of pronunciation you are doing. When you listen, you understand your pronunciation are becoming is good or not. That time you can improve on that particular sector. The another things is reading. Read at least 10 minutes or 15 minutes or 20 minutes. It will help you so much to know a structure of English sentences. It will help you so much to know a structure of English sentences. I am again saying, it will help you so much to know a structure of English sentences and to understand context of a sentence. I am again saying, if you read, it will help you so much to understand a structure of English sentences, and it will help you so much to understand context of sentences. So what is context? Context is behind of the scene of those all kinds of sentences. So read so much. What kinds of thing you like to read? You can any kinds of thing. What kinds of thing you like to read? It can be entertainment content, it can be sports related content, it can be fashion related content, it can be digital marketing related content, it can be tech related content. Means what kinds of content you like to read, you can read those all kinds of content, because every person's interest is different. If you want, you can read various kinds of story books. If you want, you can read various kinds of motivational books, because there are so many books are available in the world. So what kinds of books you want to read, you can read those all kinds of particular books. This is simple. And finally, if I say what one thing you have to do to learn English so fast and easily, the thing is you have to make habit to English in your daily life. You have to make English in your daily life. You have to make habit to English in your daily life. I am again saying, you have to make a habit to English in your daily life. It will help you so much to speak English better, because habits creates magic. Habit make magic. What kinds of thing we achieve in your life, those all kinds of things related with habits. So make habits to English in your life. I am again saying, make habits to English in your life.